Let's talk a little bit about the syllabus. You're going to have several different types of activities you're going to be doing throughout the semester. Every week you're going to have a topic quiz, you're going to have a discussion and a discussion final answer. You're going to have problems to do, a lab exercise, and then we're going to have 4 midterm exams and a final exam. And the final is at the, of course, at the very end of the semester. Topic quizzes, they're 5 points each. This is a really simple multiple choice quiz about the material we're covering. You get 2 chances at this. Um, and like most of the things in here, you get multiple chances in. So you get a couple chances at this. Discussions. You are going to be in groups for the discussion. And for the discussion questions, you're going to be in the same group the whole semester, provided there are enough people in your group. If your group gets too small, it might split you up into other groups. But it gives you a chance to kind of get to know the other people in your group because you're going to be discussing with them every single week. Um, and our discussions, you need to think about your discussion post before you make a post. And so but getting it right away is not as important as participating in the process. So you're going to do 4 points if you do a decent job of it, 2 if it's not so decent, and 0 if you're not even trying. But then you got to go back and you've got to comment on a couple of other people in your group. And again, you're going to have the same people in your group week after week after week, so you guys can get to know each other and you can be a little more personal with it. Um, you know, I want thoughtful comments. You're trying to figure out the answer to whatever the question is. And part of the reason you're trying to figure out the answer to whatever the question is after you're done with the discussion, you move on to doing a final answer by yourself on what you think the answer to the question is. And so in the final answer is where it matters more whether or not you're correct. Right? In the initial discussion, you're supposed to be trying, and you're going to do fine score-wise as long as you're really trying, but you're supposed to learn from that and learn from your classmates and kind of come to a good answer on the question before you move on to the part where you do by yourself. There'll be problems every week. It's a point per problem, and as I mentioned before, we're using Excel, and we're using Excel for everything. Um, and it's a point per problem, but if using the Excel correctly in it is worth another 2 points. And so you've got to make sure you're using Excel correctly to get those other 2 points. And then every week, or almost every week, there's going to be some lab exercise you have to go through. And the last little bit on exams, there'll be 4 midterm exams. They're worth 50 points each. They're 25% of your overall grade. There will be one final exam. It's worth 50 points. Um, it's 10% of your overall grade. The midterm exams are going to run this way. They open up at the beginning of the week. You've got a piece that is a multiple choice exam. You have to do that first. You got a piece that's a couple of discussion questions you have to answer, 1 or 2 discussion questions. Those you're on your own. Um, you've got problems you have to solve by yourself. And after you're done with the individual pieces, there's a group piece. And what I'm going to do for the group piece, I'm not going to leave you in your normal groups because some of you might be doing stuff early in the semester, some of you might be doing stuff late in the semester, late in the week, early in the week. So as you finish the individual pieces, I'm going to add you to a group so that the people that get there early can all work together on finishing the exam, and the people that get there late can all work together on finishing the exam. You've got a group problem to try and solve. And after you think you know what to do based on the group problem, you actually have to go solve it. So it's kind of like the week to week thing where you've got a group discussion and then you have to answer the problem. On the exam, you've got a group problem and then you have to answer the problem. And let's see, attendance. Yeah, you got to show up each week. That's part of being in an online class. All right. I'm looking forward to the semester and good luck out there.